to go to the UK's most remote abandoned station. If you're watching this, this is going to be a good video. If you're not watching this, carry on not watching this.
Yeah. 10% chance of rain.
Yeah.
10%.
So, welcome to another video. Welcome to the UK's most remote abandoned station. So, not for the first time this week, we've stopped at the same little beauty spot, Loch Lubnag, which is very picturesque.
Huh?
What did you go for?
Oh, bacon roll.
You did go for bacon roll?
I really enjoyed it the other day, so I've gone for another one.
You look cold.
I feel a little bit on the nippy side right now.
It's a lot.
But it's lovely.
It's a lot choppier, isn't it, the other day?
Oh yeah, it was just completely serene and smooth the other day. You can see the sun coming out all across the tops as well. It's lovely.
Yeah. Right. Bacon roll. Then we're on up to Alakaba.
Pardon?
Gorton. Bit windy, Rebecca.
A little bit, yeah.
It was supposed to rain, but
Get the train.
Right, morning everybody. We finally made it out. It's like 9:30 this morning. Lots of good. It's not 9:30 this evening, it's 9:30 this morning. First plan scuppered. There's like a little monument, a little castle on the route, and it says on the OS maps P for parking, which is a known thing in this country. You can park. So we came up this trackway in our car, and straight away there was a gate post saying no unauthorised vehicles. This gate will be locked at any time, so we thought we better not pass it. That's taken a kilometre off of our car journey and added a kilometre to our walking journey,
Yes.
which is a bit of a pain. So that was the
Sorry, just doing slowly. Sorry, come on me.
that was the car park that we were going to park in. Nice little castle ruins, and it's a bit disappointing because we could have. There is clearly it's there for parking, there for looking at the old castle. It's obviously someone's farm and someone's house as well. Right, I'm just going to stop my waffle and mute myself there for a little bit, mainly because of the impending wind. So this is how the day started. We set off with every intention of visiting the UK's most remote abandoned railway station, 10 kilometres from the nearest road. It's worth mentioning at this point that this is the Highlands of Scotland, and despite the best forecast in 2 weeks, today we were unprepared and some. They say if you don't like the weather up here, just wait for about 10 minutes. Well, we took the forecast at face value, and certainly weren't prepared for what lay ahead. So this is an OS map of the area. We parked up just north of the Bridge of Orkney, adjacent to the Loch Tulla. The journey towards Gorton would take us northeast up into the Grampians, passing the castle just there at the car park and crossing the fords within a couple of kilometres. We would cross to the north side of the valley here and work our way up the water of Tulla. We had noted what appeared to be a trackway, and when you flick to Google Maps, it clearly shows a walkable route. The next step would see us reach Gorton Bovey. At this point, we would need then to head southeast, going under the main line, before heading directly east for the final kilometre of the journey, and of course to today's goal. At least that was the plan. The first issue was a bull the size of our house. You probably can't really see it that well on the GoPro because it has a huge or a very wide lens, but believe me, walking through this field was as close to terrifying as it gets. Well, certainly if you are someone like me who is scared of any animal bigger than a dog. Biggest bull I've ever seen in my life, I reckon. I mean, I might be exaggerating, right, but that was big, yeah?
He was a hefty fella.
Hefty fella. in the field we're in now, in the distance you won't be able to see it. But my God, that was a big bull. We walked with an exceptional purpose for about 5 minutes there. This is the perfect spot for lunch, everybody, although it's only 10:30. Right, so we're probably halfway. So we parked here, we're currently here. Gorton Bovey is about here. So halfway to the Bovey, Rebecca.
Yay! Yay!
The OS map is always a tad deceiving. And by that I mean everything always seems to be tangible, everything always seems to be close. We had every intention of getting the drone out here and capturing one of the handful of trains that were passing that day. The wind and the distance put pay to this, but we did get it on camera. Can you spot it?
Too low down. Oh, there is.
About now was when the weather took a dramatic turn. If it wasn't wet enough, the wind started to make filming close to impossible. To top that, we soon realised how unprepared we actually were. Yes, we had food and water, but that was about it. And we were fairly warm too. But, you can't hear, well I need to get dry, but I also need to keep a bit cool because
I'm boiling.
it's so hot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really hot. We've got too many layers on probably, but we're doing alright, aren't we?
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Let's talk about the brief history of this halt, this station. We're pretty sure, although the Wikipedia article is pretty rubbish in the way it's worded, as ever, it started its life as Gorton, A-N.
Yep.
Then it was changed to Gorton. However, that didn't really matter, did it? Because it was a private halt, private station.
So they changed the name to not mistake it for Manchester, with the mind's eye of it being in timetables. But then it was never in a timetable.
No, and apparently early on in its history, if a station master or somebody issued a ticket or they let somebody off there, that was a sackable offence.
Yeah.
We read, didn't we?
Yeah, any member of the public.
We were now over 6.5 kilometres into a 9-kilometre trip, with the same journey back again if we make it to the abandoned station. My legs were soaked through. As for reasons we should debate another day, we naively assumed that wet weather gear wouldn't really be needed in the Highlands of Scotland. It was time to make the call. Do we carry on and reach the abandoned station? Do we carry on and perhaps reach the Bovey? But with the ongoing pandemic, we were aware that you weren't really allowed in them. This only made a decision to turn back a bit easier. With no chance of an emergency break at the Bovey or even an overnight stay, we thought we would be putting ourselves and potentially others at risk if we carried on.
Chance of rain.
Yeah!
10%. Still quite a beautiful landscape, to be fair.
Yeah. We've been wanting to do this now for a number of years, and perhaps 2021 will be the year that we actually finally get this done. We get Gorton Halt ticked off. Thanks for watching, and as always, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up.